Hey everybody, thanks for watching again. Today we're going to see if we can get some structure put together in the roof of this car so the thing's got some strength and some security in there. Alright, going through. Got the roof screwed down across the back, up the passenger side, but we are missing the wood for the driver's side over there. I keep looking, I haven't found any yet, so I don't know if we're gonna have to radius a couple of bars. We'll make some out of metal for over there, or what we're gonna do here, so have to figure out a game plan to make this roof strong. Might just go to the welding shop, roll out some bars to match this radius, and then we can drop some bars in over here, drop bars in over there, and we'll make our crossbows to match, and then we'll just have a nice strong metal roof support. All right, I found a piece of the driver's side bow, what's left of it. This thing's supposed to be like 2.5 inches wide, and it's missing the nose, but it's got the radius for us. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna take that, we'll take one of these top bows, we'll go over to the welding shop, and we'll run some stuff through the roller. And I think we're just gonna make all this stuff out of metal so we can make this a nice strong roof, lots of support in it, and we don't have to worry about the wood anymore. All right, got to the welding shop, got our bows laid out here, so we'll cut us a few bars, and we'll fire up the little roller here and put some curve into everything. All right, now we got all our tubes cut. We gotta make these nice flat tubes, match the radius on the wood, and we'll have us a nice new top frame to be able to put together. So now we'll get this roller drug out and see if we can start cranking some radius in. All right, we got our die zeroed out, there's no pressure on it. Let's see. We can get this hopefully one shot. Okay, ran our tubes all through the roller. Now, we've got the arch we need. Now it's just to trim and fit and make everything go into the car again.
Now this thing has survived hundreds of dyno pulls. I've been testing with this engine for at least 10 years. And part of it is right here. Pow! Amsoil 2050 Z-Rod. I like the 2050, it's a nice high viscosity oil, but better yet, it's got a lot of additives that are anti-corrosive, anti-rust, and lets this thing sit for months on end until we need it the very next time. So, just gonna top her up and we'll be ready to go. very much the same. So this is our power curve.
Pretty much identical all the way up to 5,500. And then there's down numbers. What we're going to do is look at the airflow.
Okay.
And then that will
tell us
a clue.
There's more airflow, but is it more airflow? Oh, I'm laying back. Well, I'll tell you what. We have a two-lane manifold in the single Kelly carbon. We have over 500 or close to it. Tell me if you could have done that 25 years ago. No, they have more cylinder beds, that's why. So really all of these things, they all work pretty darn well. Some a little better, some a little worse, some a little more expensive, some a little cheaper, but they're all in the ballpark, man. Here's an interesting thing. I realized that our results fell directly in line with price. Yeah, they did. The gap in price was way bigger than the gap in power. Agreed. Edelbrock was the most expensive, and it was #1 by a margin. And then came the Wyand. The Wyand was real sleeper in my book. And then came the Pro products. Actually, they're all pretty.
All right, we got the outer rail support in on the driver's side over here. So I'm gonna go ahead, we got everything clamped in place on the sheet metal. I'm gonna drill some holes, get some clecos in here. That way we can hold the tin in place. Then we'll go over to the passenger side, we'll pull the wood out. We'll get the upper rail in over there. That way we can cut all our metal crossbars for it. Okay, got that side all hooked to the rail. Everything's nice and secure in place, looking pretty good. So now I'm gonna pull this side apart, do the same thing. So we'll catch up with you here in a little bit. Okay, got the passenger side rail in, got everything clecoed down, got a roof bow sitting up here, made sure all the spacing's right. So now we'll take one of these, we'll template over to our roof bows we rolled up yesterday. We'll cut these guys out. We'll get them spaced in, drop down at the height they're supposed to be, and we'll have a nice solid roof on this car. Okay, got all our top bows trimmed. Got this front one sitting in there roughly. We'll go up in here, we'll measure everything out, get everything squared away, and we'll zap these guys in. Okay, got all the roof supports tacked in. For a reason the camera quit running when I was up there doing it. So, just have to see a little overview here of it finished. But now, that's all ready to be welded up the rest of the way. See if I can find some batteries for my welding hood because the batteries went dead. And we'll burn that up and that'll be a wrap for that section. All right, now we got the top all in place. Let's see if we can make this front apron fit on here, see if we can get it all clipped in place and make the nose of this thing whole and see if we can lock everything else down to that. All right, went and cut a couple little strips of sheet metal. Got them squeezed in this void on each side. That way we got something to attach the eyebrow to and try to fit it up a little bit better. All right, got this thing looking like a porcupine up there, but we got everything pretty well fit into the car. Got some nice arch in the roof. Now that'll be ready to, if we want to make a metal panel for it, or if Skylar wants to go with the soft top. She hasn't made up her mind yet. But for now, we got options. We can go either way. We got some structure back into the car. So I'm gonna weld some of this stuff up, get these corners together. And I think that'll be about a wrap. All right, roof is all stitched together. This thing's nice and solid finally. Doors actually fit the car now. Everything's tied in. Now we can move on to the next project. I think that's about all the time we got for this weekend. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and catch us next week and we'll get some more done on this old Model A.